So not all doom and gloom for the Power.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks, mate.
Matty Stokes moved up to 10 disposals in this last quarter, up to 26 after a reasonably quiet game that Thomas was doing a good job on him, but he's had a fantastic season.
10 disposals, Tommy, this term, 100% efficiency. Importantly, Wingard. One of the bright lights for the Power this afternoon. Little give and get, and then give again, this time to Corns. Quickly, he works it to half forward. Carlisle is there. He's got a couple of options further afield that are loose. Ignores one at half forward, which was Matty Broadbent, and finds another in Angus Monfries. So Monfries, who came over from Essendon with promise of more time in the midfield, goes to Butcher. It's been that sort of an afternoon. Couldn't clunk it. Little one this time. It's Schultz to Gray, who's been lively. Back to Schultz. Schultz tries to get out of the tackle of Christensen, and he can't. It's a throw. Sometimes I think you must feel like this can't end quickly enough. And for Johnny Butcher, it started in a fashion that wasn't terrific, and it hasn't really improved. So a game under his belt. Hopefully things improve for John Butcher next week, who was a late in for Lobie, who didn't get through with the ankle injury. Campbell Heath to Colquhoun, and they work it around. Pressure's going to come from Motlop on Corns. He was cool enough to Colquhoun, who lost the football. Motlop, you'd back him for pace here against Corns, and maybe even just smarts, and he just took his time and went inside and found Thurlow.
He's working on that P-plate licence there, Stevie Motlop, isn't he? Just summed up the situation beautifully. He had the leg speed to, with all due respect to Kane Corns, burn him off, but he took a step back, sized it up, spotted up Jackson Thurlow, and it was great team play.
Well, Motlop at 22 and Corns at 30. Meanwhile, it's Jackson Thurlow for his first goal in AFL football. The 19-year-old has made an absolute certainty of it. Well done, Jackson Thurlow. His first goal in the big league.
Yeah, it's good. Didn't have to be a genius lip reader to pick up what Stevie was saying there. He was just telling his mate's first goal for Jackson Thurlow.
Get around him.
Only Bundy Christensen did, so no, he might need to work on his influence there, Stevie.
Stevie J's given it the 10-metre wave.
Just the acknowledgement. Come and see me when you've kicked another 200.
Exactly.
Got 3 flags.
This is great scenes here. You watch first goal. Come on, boys, get around. Stevie, you got to work on your influence, son.
That's a time when you don't mind the lip readers having a look, is it? Well done. That's good stuff. Here's Boak. He goes back to Corns. Schultz had an arm wrapped around. No free. Mackie it was. Schultz went in and got the ball on the ground. Handball out for Wines. Back to Schultz. He kept going. Westhoff snaps around the body. This would be a nice finish for Port. It's just offline.
Interesting challenge for Justin Westhoff now. He was the form player of the competition, you could argue, in the first month. He's had a bit of a cold patch, and the team, as a result, has struggled. So he's a senior player, needs to really get knuckled down, get back into some top-notch form.
Guthrie short to Stevie J. It wasn't a great kick. Guthrie came back. He sensed the danger and helped out Stevie J, and Stevie Johnson helped himself. He just kept running. Now Schroeder, who's been impressive, he's got 3 to beat here. He's done very nicely to get it to Blitzarves, and he's done well, the big man, as well, to get a handball out. Not sure that we really needed that whistle. To be perfectly honest, the Cats had kind of worked it out themselves, but if it's in the back, it's in the back, and Blitzarves with it on half-back.
Well, as we said earlier, the most unlikely AFL story, Blitzarves to Bartel. Well, it's going to work out again for the Cats here. Duncan to Stokes. He just gets around the Thomas tackle to Motlop, who breaks the tackle. Thomas was on the ground. Motlop, well, almost. Maybe still, no, in the end, just pushed through by a man that spends most of his time at the other end of the ground. In the end, Carlisle will bring the ball back into play for this Port Adelaide outfit, who's been outplayed for the bulk of the afternoon. They trailed by 53 points. The margin was more severe earlier. Got out through 10 goals, but it's been a better second half, in particular a second term from the Power after they were goalless in the first. There was a 39-point lead at the first change.
Nice grab by Blitzarves there with less than 90 seconds to play now. So where's Tommy Hawkins? He's off the ground at the moment, so it's going to be hard for him to kick a career-high 7th now. Stokes. Corey's got it. They'll improve to 8-1 now, Geelong. Very imposing, just the one blip on the radar, and I think coaches don't mind those blips that just remind everybody what it is that they need to be doing.
So you've seen a lot of footy so far, Baz. The men starting to separate themselves from the boys.
I think Hawthorn and Geelong are the standouts, but Sydney's performance last night, I think, just reminds everybody that the reigning premiers should not be discounted. We've seen that so often over the last couple of years. They're easily discounted, but they shouldn't be. Carlisle, maybe Port can finish with one more. Schultz now on half forward with a second bounce. He could have a third or go short to Robbie Gray. Back to Schultz it goes. Not sure it was a mark. Schultz to finish with a goal for Port Adelaide. He knows something, this Schultz. He's got 3.
Yeah, he's been good, I think, Jay Schultz. Reasonably high possession tally. That's 17 disposals, 3 goals. Become quite an uncomplicated player since crossing from Richmond. He's been a really valuable pickup for them. He provides some real presence, exquisitely skilled. He's one of those key forwards that if you saw him during the week around the ground, say in a circle work or a kicking drill, his skills are good, and that's Jay Schultz there on the run. So he's had a day where it's been a tough one for Port, where he can hold his head high with his contribution.
He's kicked 21 for the season so far, leading goal scorer Schultz in 2010 and 11, 33 and 31, so he's on track to go past both of those. Kicked 71 in 7 years as a Tiger, so he's enjoying his career much more in front of goals here as a power player. As Schroeder comes forward, bouncing ball for West, did pretty well, just kept it in front. Matty Thomas comes in and mops up for the Power, runs into trouble. It was Hunt and Schroeder. Schroeder around the corner, can he get another? He has 2. Not this time. So in the final seconds, a minor score to the Cats, pushing it out to 48 points on a Saturday afternoon. They were dominant early, 39 points at quarter time, 40 at half time, 62 at the last change, but it will end at 48 points. So the Cats, after a loss last week against the Pies, they bounce back in emphatic style. They move to 8-1 for 2013. The Power, it's 4 losses in a row now. They are 5-4. Not a bad month ahead for the Power, but today it was all about the Cats.